From the people in the watch party to the families in this room, what do you want folks to remember about your vision for Wisconsin that works for everyone? And if elected, what is the first concrete affordability action for families that you will take, and how will you hold yourself accountable?
2 concrete affordability actions. Number 1, my healthcare plan. I'm going to open up the state health insurance pool, the very same coverage I get as a state employee, and let everyone buy in. This is going to lower premiums. It's going to reduce uncompensated care, help keep our rural hospitals and clinics open, and it will have benefits for all of us, whether you choose to buy into the state plan at cost or not. Healthcare is a huge crisis, and we've got to address it before the 270,000 Wisconsinites who are estimated to lose their coverage get axed as a result of what Tom Tiffany did. The second thing is I have a plan to bring the private voucher scheme to a responsible end. Our public schools need that money, and we have got to take pressure off the property taxes. So to end the cycle of referendums, lower property taxes, and make sure that every single kid gets a good public education, that money belongs in public schools. It's our tax dollars, and they belong in our schools. What I hope that you can remember is that we've got a field of great Democrats. But this is an incredibly important choice because so much rides on who is going to be at the top of the ticket. I am the candidate that has the most experience in and around state government. I've been the most effective at turning progressive ideas into law, at actually delivering for people in really, really challenging environments. I'm also the candidate that's built the broadest coalition of support. Because let's be honest, Wisconsin is a swing state. We can't afford to leave anybody behind. We absolutely need young people who are rightly furious at the status quo, but we also need the people who are more swing and independent moderate voters. And there, my independence and my bipartisan track record is going to help me with those voters. The progressive values that I have championed for 20 years are going to help me with the others. I am the candidate best positioned to unite our party, to beat Tom Tiffany with those sharp elbows that I sharpened for him, to deliver a Democratic legislature, and to make the absolute transformational change we deserve. I'm going to ask for your vote on August 11th and again on November 3rd. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Kelda. Fran?
A Wisconsin that works for everyone has to be a Wisconsin that actually belongs to everyone too. I think ours is an affordability agenda that focuses on making sure that we do not come back to this moment. And 2 top priority items for me, well, I've got 3. It has to be public education, ensuring that we are funding special education reimbursement at 90%, responsibly ending the voucher scheme, and making sure that we are building in a new school funding formula that is removed from property taxes, that in healthcare we expand Medicaid. I actually like Kelda's idea. I have concerns about the prices. However, that we expand and make sure that there is more affordable healthcare for everyone by taking on healthcare prices in order to bring down healthcare costs. And then shared revenue. It's imperative that our local governments have adequate resources to provide essential services and funding community programs and violence prevention programs, and making sure that the things that people are experiencing the most in their everyday lives, whether it's driving down the roads or the stoplights, I think that we have 2 years to make sure that people feel the conditions of their that people feel the changes of the material conditions in their lives actually improve, and they see and feel government actually being a force of good when Democrats and in power, and we continue to build power. How are we going to be holding ourselves accountable? How am I going to be held accountable? We are building a movement right now that is multiracial, that is ethnic, that is multi-geographic. It is multi-generational. Yes, we have the support of newly engaged young voters, but we also have folks who have been voters for their entire lives. We have independent and moderates who respect and welcome that I have a strong stance on data setters and that I am unapologetic about taxing the wealthiest. It is this movement that is going to hold me accountable. I know this, I trust them, and I'm going to continue to work to earn the trust of voters all across the state. Go to francescahong.com. I hope to earn your vote on August 11th and again on November 3rd.
Thanks, Fran. Mandela?
Well, I have 5.
All right. We're not competitive, are we?
No. I just had to give a parting joke. Expansion of, Badger Care, along with a public option, so that people do have reliable health insurance to buy into. And I don't think that's a bad idea to open up the state's health insurance plan. It's not even about being against that, but just want to make sure that those folks who are eligible or who would otherwise be eligible for Badger Care, if we would have taken that expansion, have access to the health care that they deserve. And by creating that public option, we help stabilize the system and we create more competition in the market so that health insurance costs will go down over time. One of the other things that we need to do is provide tax relief for working class people. And we do that by repealing these tax incentives that have kept the wealthy wealthy and made the wealthiest even more wealthy. We have to provide and create a system that truly works for working people. Everything is broken, as I have said before. Things will not be fixed until billionaires pay their fair share, until corporations pay their fair share for everything that they have extracted out of our communities. They don't have a workforce if we don't have fully funded schools. They can't be active in commerce if we don't have roads that are paved. So they need to make sure that these essential functions are functioning. And now this campaign that I've been on the trail for so long, as we go into these final 3 weeks, is going to be vitally important. And I do hope to earn every single vote. Don't take a single thing for granted. We're showing up all across the state, delivering our message about opportunity. Years back, we had the highest youth voter turnout in the entire country. And that happened because we led with a vision that included every single person in the state. And that vision has only expanded. So regardless of where you're from, who you love, how you identify, who you worship, all those other things that have kept communities separate in the past, we use those differences to ultimately build the strongest campaign and ultimately the strongest government possible to make Wisconsin the best state to live, work, and raise a family.